Hi, I'm Cathy Fallon. I'm the director of Loreto, and that's part of the Wheatley Group. We're based in Glasgow. Delighted to be here today as part of the NIFA conference, and my angle in coming to the conference was in talking about the changes that we've had to bring in Scotland, in particular because of the removal of supporting people. And Cameron had asked us to come along to speak about that and how we'd actually had to restructure our services to actually make the funding work now that supporting people is no longer ring-fenced in Scotland.
What can Northern Ireland learn from your experience?
Well, I think that what they can learn is that you actually have to work out what is unique for each organisation, and I think each organisation has to work out for themselves what it is that they can actually offer. I think we need to be looking at more collaborative working. There's no doubt about that. I think we all need to see where it is that we're going to make a contribution to the people. Well, what we call them is the people that we work for. Other people would call them tenants or residents. But I think you always have to keep that at the forefront of your mind. What is it? And it's not about the bureaucracies. If you always keep the person at the end user at the front of your mind, I think that's the big lesson, and work back from there rather than the other way around.
How important is it that supporting people remains protected here?
Well, listening to it this morning, it seems that it's huge for Northern Ireland. I mean, it certainly was huge for us as well. And there was a supporting people review. We would have wanted it, not probably, we would have wanted it, Daniel, to continue to be ring fenced. It wasn't to be. I can't see. I mean, talking to people here at the conference this morning, it seems to me that it's not going to be too long before the ring fencing is taken away from here as well. I think that it's important to make the most of it while you've got it ring fenced, but for people to actually be working collaboratively to actually see how is it that they're going to make the best uses of those monies before they're taken away.
How did you cope when the ring fencing was removed?
It was very difficult for us. It was a huge period of transition in our organisation. We had to look at the whole spectrum right across the organisation. We had to look at all our processes, all our practices. We needed to look to see where we needed to make savings. So it was a huge transformation for us, and looking back on it, I don't know that we were actually prepared for that. I don't know that we'd actually thought it through enough. We seemed to be going on not even month by month, but we didn't look ahead, I think, far enough, and that, I think, took its toll, as I'd said at the presentation, in our organisation, in terms of the consultations that we had to do and the collaborative working and the changes in practices. So it was huge, and I mean, I wouldn't underestimate that for Northern Ireland. It will be huge.
What was your overall impression of the sector in Northern Ireland?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, what I loved this morning about the conference was just the way that people were talking about the people that we're providing support services to, and there wasn't an awful lot of bureaucratic talk. There was a lot of very, very honest, I think, conversations this morning. A lot of people have been very honest about the things that had gone wrong, but also ended on a right positive note in terms of we have to be in it together. We can't just be arguing with each other. We have to look forward. So it was great. It was really great.